Hello, everyone. My name is Amber. I am the creator of Behind the Business. Today, I have Tia with me. Tia, can you tell me where you're from, what you do, all that sort of fun stuff?
Yeah, sure. I am from Sarnia, Lambton area, and I own Great Lakes Dance Academy. We have two locations, one in Brights Grove and one in Sarnia.
Awesome. And what got you started in that business?
I went to a music theater program in college and was a professional actress. Um, and then when I got married, my husband and I, who was also an actor, um, moved to Sarnia. We decided we wanted to move to Sarnia and have our family and our home base be close to family and in a slower pace spot than we were living in Toronto. We
Fair.
opened we opened Great Lakes Dance Academy in 2010, and
Awesome.
yeah. So last season was our 10th anniversary, so we only got half of it in, um, but yeah, this is our 11th season operating.
That's excellent. That's awesome. So, that said, um, so product services doesn't specifically apply to you, I guess, but can you tell us a little bit about the different dance classes and if you offer any products or services of that kind?
Absolutely. So at the dance school, we offer a variety of styles of dance, including ballet, tap, jazz, contemporary classes, hip hop classes, conditioning and training classes. Our youngest class is called Dance Adventures, and it's for 3-year-olds. And then we even have an adult class operating right now in our Brights Grove studio. So all ages.
Awesome.
We also have a couple different streams within the school. So we have our general academy, our classes there that are for all the way from beginner level to advanced dancers. And we also have our intensive study program, which is for dancers who want to be a little bit more serious and focused and maybe are considering going on into a career in performing arts or in dance in the future.
So this one should be probably pretty easy for you. So what is your favorite part about your job?
I was just thinking about this the other day because I was doing a blog or Instagram post about what my favorite thing about this dance school was. And actually, my favorite thing about the dance school is the community. It's like I like teaching and I love teaching and I love dance, but the thing that makes it special and why this year's been so hard is because it's not just the dancers in the class, it's the parents waiting in the hall and the younger siblings that are looking up to the older ones and the older ones who take care of the younger ones and meeting people's grandparents when they come to pick up or are at a show. And that's one thing that we've really missed this year, even when we're open, because we can't have a waiting room, we can't have families.
How can we as a community support you?
So I don't know if you saw last week, we put an ask out. When we set out, our season runs from September to June, and we do registrations every September for the entire season. And so we set out and only took monthly payments this year so that if we got closed down, we wouldn't be holding everyone's money, because what happened last year, and we ended up having to give tons of refunds because people had paid in advance. And so we didn't do that this year, which I think it works out better for everybody. But that means when we closed, we weren't charging anybody for any classes because we weren't offering them. What would be great, and it's a great opportunity for people who want to join and try it out, if people could register now for when we reopen. And even if we only have a month or two, or we have, from halfway through April on, whatever happens, it's a good opportunity to try out some classes. Good. And also to keep an eye out we're going to run lots of summer programs because we'll be guaranteed to be open in the summer. And we're going to try, depending on what happens over the summer, maybe even possibly have a performance opportunity, even if it's outdoor or distance, by the end of the summer. It really depends on what happens in what's allowed by then, but that would be really ideal for us.
That'd be awesome.
If there's a performance opportunity over the summer, I hope that will excite people and bring them in, because I understand summer is a time for free time, especially for kids who dance throughout the year. But with all the lost classes over the year, I'm hoping people will be excited to join up in the summer
I think
too.
so. We've had lots of free time in between, so
yeah.
So it
I would like to say too, I
excuse
had a
that.
few people contact, and I think it's a great idea. Grandparents who want to do something nice, or aunts or uncles or family friends that want to do something nice for a kid that they know. I think it's a great idea to sign them up as like a gift to them too. I've had a few people do that, you know, that haven't been able to get out to see their grandkids, but they can offer this.
It's definitely a really nice gift. Material items are fun and all, but having that like excitement and, you know, being able to go somewhere, being able to do something because someone has paid for this experience for you is just, it creates more memories, in my opinion. Well, my next question for you is there anything else that you would like to tell us about your business?
Yeah, so I think, well, I don't know if I mentioned earlier, we do also sell dancewear. We're a Sancha dealer, authorized Sancha dealer, which is a brand of dancewear. And so we have access to all types of dance shoes and dance clothing. And we carry in stock all of the basics and in popular sizes of ballet slippers and stuff. But we also have access and quick shipping to if somebody is looking for something specific that we don't have, that we can order from that brand. So if people are looking for dance wear, because that has always been a struggle even before COVID here, that it was hard to find dance apparel and dance shoes. And that's something that you need to try on very often because they are so form-fitting. So we do have that. And the other thing I think I'd like people to know about our studio is that we are a dance school first, and we do have kids that compete and go on to competitions and are very serious. But I want to really make sure that everyone knows that we are a community for all levels and all ages. So we have programs for students who want to start at an older age. We have dancers who've been dancing for 10 years at our studio that have only ever done 1 or 2 classes a week and are fantastic dancers and a great part of our community. So I think often people think of dance and think of dance moms or dance competitions. And while we do that and we have a lot of success with those, it's only a portion of what we do. And I think in this time when people will be nervous for big commitments, I want them to know that they're going to be offered quality dance training and in a structured environment, even if you're just signing up for 1 class a week. I think that that's something that sets us apart as a dance school, that we're a school first, not a competition team.
I like that. And it's really nice that you're able to offer all of the different levels.
Yeah. And I think I think it should be emphasized that just because you don't want to go to a dance competition doesn't mean you can't be an extremely talented and even go on to a professional career in it, because dance is not like a sport that if you went on to a professional career, then you're competing again. It's not a competitive career. It's a collaborative career. So I think that's important to note.
Very. Absolutely. I agree 100%. I mean, I'm not a dance teacher, but.
Speaking of dance teachers, I would like to say and mention that we have an awesome staff, and they've been so amazing and supportive and committed over this period. It's been really tough for them because they're in work and they're working, 20 hours a week teaching, and then all of a sudden they're out of work again for 6 weeks. And I really want to say that I appreciate their commitment and passion for what they do, because it would be hard to stay committed to a career that it just keeps getting shut down and being told that it's not essential when, they're essential to me. They're essential to the kids that they're teaching. I think that that's important to say that, that they've made sacrifices and their commitments have been appreciated.
So true that they, like the teachers and the people in your business, are such good reflections of how your business are run. And I've never heard a bad thing about any of your staff. And that's something that weighs really positively. Like it's such a comforting thing to know, like we've never met before, but I know for a fact that I like you as a person because I have liked all of your stuff. I have really good interaction with them, even like all over social media. Like they're phenomenal, and that's what really brings you together as a community, like within your studio, because no matter what, your staff and yourself, you support each other. And that's
I think and as a group, we work really hard on our communication because it's also an artistic endeavor, and you have to kind of put yourself out there to be working in that way, and to be working in that way where you're constantly asking a lot of yourself creatively, it can be challenging. And so as a team, we work really hard to support each other, and I think that trickles down to the community too, and I think that people appreciate that.
Absolutely. And it reflects in the dancers too, right? Like you have your positive teachers, you have your positive environment that creates positive dancers. Like there's no question.
And I do think that I'm always so proud of the humans that come out of the dance school. I mean, I know it takes a village to raise a kid, but I always feel like a tiny part of that kid's village, and I feel so proud when like they go off and become engineers or doctors or dancers or kinesiologists or whatever. And I feel like, I feel pride, like almost like they're my own kids.
You have spent a portion of your time with them. You have helped raise them. You've helped train them. You've helped, like, I'm a very, very firm believer of any type of sport gives you structure. It gives you understanding. It helps you as a person. I feel like it's very apparent. So previous to my career change, I had run a retail store, and it was always so immediately apparent which kids would come in and they had sport experience. It's so obvious, and you guys do that. That's you. So you should be proud.
Yeah. One of my husband and I, one of our favorite things to do is when a former student asks us to be a reference and somebody calls to get a reference, because there's never a student where we can't say like a million great things about and give anecdotal stories about why they're so awesome. And that's something that I feel like is a real privilege.
It absolutely is. You still get to be connected to them. You still get to help them, even if they don't still see you or they don't go to dance or whatever. You still get to be a part of their life, and that's so absolutely. It's so nice. It makes you feel so loved.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
I love it. So my fun random question for you today is: what is your most prized possession?
Oh. That's tough.
It is.
Okay, so I'm not so much a material person to have like a thing, but the one thing that comes to my mind is my home. And not necessarily because it's beautiful or because everybody's house needs work, but because it's home, and I've just really come to appreciate it, having spent a lot of the last year here as a place where we're storing memories, and
that's
for my
really
family.
Good answer. That's a really good one. My next little piece of this is I have a little game. It's based off of a card game that I have. It's called $1 Million But. So in this game, I will give you two options, and you have to pick which is the better option for $1 million. Are you ready to make a very tough decision?
Okay.
So, $1 million but, every time you touch something soft, you are compelled to eat every sponge you see, or every time you see a reflection, your teeth turn completely black.
The second one.
Yeah?
Easy. Yeah.
You never
well,
know
if it's only me seeing it.
That's true. That's a good
If it's only me seeing it, like if my teeth were black for everyone else, that would freak them out. But your reflection is what it is, so you just get used to seeing your teeth black.
That's true. I wouldn't.
It would only affect me. It wouldn't be. I mean, I don't want to eat sponges. I really like food and eating and delicious things. So I wouldn't want to be eating sponges all the time.
Yeah, I had been
Although
thinking
I
about
do
that.
look in the mirror a lot at work.
Yeah,
That would be, I'd be
yes,
spending a
that
lot
would
of
be-
time looking at,
Yeah,
nah, it's fine.
it's
As
okay.
long as no one
You know
else
what?
could see my black teeth, it would be fine.
That's kind of what I think too, because if like I personally, I think I'd just be paranoid and I just go to the dentist a lot, like a
Yeah.
lot. And then I thought about it and I was like, you know what? Like I have a sponge by my sink right now, and I would definitely not want to eat it. Like,
Mm-mm.
even the clean ones don't seem very appetizing to me.
No,
Never
no.
mind the dirty ones.
And they're never clean. Sponges are
No.
never clean.
No, they're gross. They're one-time uses. I honestly, the main use for sponges in my house is the shower. That's what I use sponges for. Not dishes, showers.
Yeah, I use mine for like cleaning the floor in the bathroom. So definitely don't want to eat that.
So yeah, black teeth is the winner.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, with that, unfortunately, I can't offer you $1 million, but I can offer you my gratitude for having you on with me today. So thank you so much for joining me. I know it's not $1 million, but
thank you for reaching out to me. I think this is a really cool platform, and I can't wait to see how it turns out and share it with people.
I'm very excited. I absolutely love doing it.